Oneshell Media International proudly presents.
Top 5 Deadliest Natural Disasters.
Number 5. India Cyclone 1839, India. Deaths, 300,000 plus.
In 1839, a 40-foot tidal wave caused by an enormous cyclone wiped out the harbor city of Coringa that was never entirely rebuilt. 20,000 vessels in the bay were destroyed and 300,000 people died. This was not the first major catastrophe to occur in Coringa. In 1789, 3 tidal waves caused by a cyclone destroyed the harbor city at the mouth of the Ganges River. Most ships were sunk and estimated 20,000 people drowned.
Number 4. Shanxi Earthquake 1556, China. Deaths, 830,000.
The 1556 Shanxi earthquake or Hua County earthquake is the deadliest earthquake on record, killing approximately 830,000 people. It occurred on the morning of the 23rd of January 1556 in Shanxi, China. More than 97 counties were affected. A 520-mile wide area was destroyed, and in some counties, 60% of the population was killed. Most of the population in the area at the time lived in Yaodong, artificial caves in Loess cliffs, many of which collapsed during the catastrophic occurrence, with great loss of life. Modern estimates, based on geological data, give the earthquake a magnitude of approximately 8 on the moment magnitude scale. While it was the most deadly earthquake and the 5th deadliest natural disaster in history, there have been earthquakes with higher magnitudes. Aftershocks continued several times a month for half a year. An account written at the time says, in the winter of 1556 AD, an earthquake catastrophe occurred in the Shanxi and Shanxi provinces. In our Hua County, various misfortunes took place. Mountains and rivers changed places and roads were destroyed. In some places, the ground suddenly rose up and formed new hills, or it sank in abruptly and became new valleys. In other areas, a stream burst out in an instant, or the ground broke and new gullies appeared. Huts, official houses, temples and city walls collapsed all of a sudden.
Number 3. Bola Cyclone 1970, Bangladesh. Deaths, 500,000 to 1 million.
The 1970 Bola cyclone was a devastating tropical cyclone that struck East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, on November 12, 1970. It was the deadliest tropical cyclone ever recorded, and one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern times. Up to 500,000 people lost their lives in the storm, primarily as a result of the storm surge that flooded much of the low-lying islands of the Ganges Delta. The Pakistani government was severely criticized for its handling of the relief operations following the storm, both by local political leaders in East Pakistan and in the international media. The cyclone intensified into a severe cyclonic storm on November 11 and began to turn towards the northeast as it approached the head of the bay. A clear eye formed in the storm, and it reached its peak later that day with sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour. The cyclone made landfall on the East Pakistan coastline during the evening of November 12, around the same time as the local high tide.
Number 2. Yellow River Flood 1887, China. Deaths, 900,000 to 2 million.
The Yellow River, Huanghe, in China is prone to flooding, due to the broad expanse of largely flat land around it. The 1887 Yellow River floods devastated the area, killing between 900,000 to 2 million people. It was one of the deadliest natural disasters ever recorded. For centuries, the farmers living near the Yellow River had built dikes to contain the rising waters, caused by silt accumulation on the riverbed. In 1887, this rising seabed, coupled with days of heavy rain, overcame the dikes, causing a massive flood. The waters of the Yellow River are generally thought to have broken through the dikes in Huayankou, near the city of Zhengzhou.
Number 1. Yellow River Flood 1931, China. Deaths, 1 million to 4 million.
The 1931 Yellow River flood, Huanghe flood, is generally thought to be the deadliest natural disaster ever recorded, and almost certainly of the 20th century. Estimates of the number of people killed in the 1931 flooding range from 1 to 4 million. Deaths caused by the flooding include but are not limited to drowning, disease, ensuing famines, and droughts. Lesser population densities in prehistoric times make it unlikely that this toll had previously been surpassed. Between July and November, some 88,000 square kilometers of land were completely flooded, and about 21,000 square kilometers more were partially flooded. The river is often called China's sorrow because millions of people have been killed by flooding.
Please like and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.